What is Hamas, and why did it attack Israel? Before we start our journey to uncover the story of Hamas, let's start with a quick overview of how it all began. Deep in the heart of the Middle East, in the Gaza Strip, a densely populated coastal enclave, lives a group with a name that resonates far beyond its borders, Hamas. It's a name synonymous with conflict, resistance, and a history intertwined with the region's turbulent past. Palestinian enclave the size of Washington, D.C., home to over 2 million people. Hamas, or the Islamic Resistance Movement, has been in power in Gaza since 2007 and has engaged in 4 wars against Israel during its tenure. The United States classifies Hamas as a terrorist organization due to its militant activities and refusal to recognize Israel's right to exist. Certainly, here are the prominent leaders of Hamas. In the complex history of Hamas, leadership transitions have played a pivotal role in shaping the organization's path. Let's journey through time and meet some of the prominent leaders of Hamas. Hamas, the Islamic Resistance Movement, found its spiritual leader in Sheikh Ahmed Yassin. He stood at the forefront during the organization's inception and was instrumental in its early development. Tragically, in 2004, Sheikh Yassin was assassinated by Israel, leaving a void in the organization he helped create. Following Sheikh Yassin's death, Dr. Abdel Aziz al-Rantisi stepped into leadership, guiding Hamas through challenging times. However, his leadership was cut short by a similar fate when he too was assassinated in 2004. The leadership baton then passed to Khaled Mashal, a prominent figure within Hamas who played a key role in its political activities. Ismail Haniyeh led Hamas in a political capacity, navigating the organization through a period marked by regional and international challenges. We are exploring further into the multifaceted journey of Hamas, where leaders rise, legacies endure, and the struggle continues. Hamas, or the Islamic Resistance Movement, traces its roots back to 1987, emerging during the First Intifada, a Palestinian uprising against Israeli occupation. Born from the deep sense of frustration within the Palestinian national movement, Hamas was founded to protect Palestinian interests and advocate for self-determination. Over time, Hamas transformed into a multifaceted entity, boasting both a political and a military wing. Its political arm saw victory in the 2006 Palestinian Legislative Council elections, granting it a significant mandate within Palestinian politics. The military wing, known as the Al-Qassam Brigades, has been involved in several conflicts with Israel, which have led to significant casualties and destruction on both sides. Critics argue that Hamas's tactics, including rocket attacks on civilian areas, are indiscriminate and endanger innocent lives. Hamas has close ties to Iran, which provides financial and military support. According to senior members of both Hamas and Hezbollah, another Iran-backed militant group, Iranian security officials played a role in planning Hamas's recent surprise attack on Israel. The assault received the green light at a meeting in Beirut, Lebanon, just last Monday. With this context in mind, let's explore how Hamas's recent attack unfolded. A surprise attack by Hamas on Israel, combining gunmen breaching security barriers and rocket barrages from Gaza, took place during the Jewish holiday of Simchat Torah. Hamas claimed to have fired 5,000 rockets, while Israel's military reported 2,500 rockets launched. These attacks led to casualties and extensive damage. Reports of hostage-taking emerged, with Palestinian Islamic Jihad claiming to hold Israeli soldiers. Social media accounts linked to Hamas showed footage suggesting captives were being taken into Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared his country is at war with Hamas
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה.
after the militant group launched a massive terror attack from the Gaza Strip on Saturday, killing hundreds and prompting deadly rounds of retaliatory airstrikes on the Palestinian territory. The shocking escalation has left many people wondering why Hamas attacked, and why now. Hamas has said it was motivated to launch the attack essentially as the culmination of long-building anger over Israeli policy, including recent outbreaks of violence at the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, but more generally over the treatment of Palestinians and the expansion of Israeli settlements. Israel and the US have made it clear that both governments believe there's no moral equivalence to draw between Hamas's attacks on Israeli citizens, including the slaughter of families in their homes and hundreds of young people at a music festival, and the measures the Jewish state says it has had to take to defend itself from terrorism. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that while he recognized the legitimate grievances of the Palestinian people, nothing can justify these acts of terror and the maiming and abduction of civilians. The full reasoning behind the scale and timing of the attack launched Saturday, as with everything in Middle Eastern geopolitics, is unlikely to be straightforward. But below is a look at some of the underlying factors that likely contributed to Hamas's decision to lash out, despite the risk of drawing an overwhelming response from Israel. These events highlight the ongoing complexities in the Middle East. Our thoughts are with those affected by the conflict, and we hope for a peaceful resolution. Now move on to the military strength of Hamas. Hamas, the Islamic Resistance Movement that controls the Gaza Strip, has a military wing known as the Al-Aqsa Brigades, which plays a pivotal role in the organization's activities. While it doesn't have a conventional standing army with a fixed number of soldiers like traditional military forces, the Al-Aqsa Brigades are a formidable paramilitary group. Hamas fighters have steadily grown in strength and capability over the years. They primarily rely on guerrilla warfare tactics and homemade rockets, yet they've demonstrated the ability to launch large-scale rocket barrages into Israel, causing significant disruptions and casualties. In addition to their rocket capabilities, Hamas has invested in building an extensive network of underground tunnels. Some of these tunnels serve for smuggling purposes, while others are strategically used for military operations. The secretive nature of these tunnels adds to the challenges faced by opposing forces. As for the number of individuals associated with the Al-Aqsa Brigades, it's not publicly disclosed, and it can vary over time based on recruitment, training, and other factors. Hamas operates with a network of fighters and members who can be mobilized as needed. Hamas's military strength and flexibility are crucial aspects of its role in the ongoing conflicts in the region. While not possessing a conventional army, the Al-Aqsa Brigades are a significant force to be reckoned with, and their actions have far-reaching implications in the complex Middle East landscape. As we seek to understand the multifaceted dynamics of Hamas and its military capabilities, it's essential to remember the evolving nature of this organization and the challenges it presents in the pursuit of peace and stability in the region. That's all today. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for more. Hit the notification bell icon for updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.